is sort of too extreme, then we're able to put that client with someone else.
And you can always help the organization beyond working with clients. There's all kinds of administrative capacities that can be fulfilled as well for the organization. So it certainly gives those of us who are looking for a cause to volunteer for, there's options. Even with a tough topic such as the one that you deal with, there's always ways to help. So let's talk a little bit about this this 20-year gala event, because you have among your keynote speakers who are well-noted lawyers in the area. You also have a 20-minute documentary film. Tell me about that. It's produced by NASA scientist Mansoor Ahmed, and what does it show?
We really wanted to tell our story, where we came from. In fact, we really wanted to be able to chronicle our history and sort of make sure that we examined and stayed true to our roots. And as part of that endeavor, we decided to make a documentary. And in my opinion, I think this documentary is unique because through personal anecdotes, it tells a story about how all of this got started. For some of the women, this started as an informal group where they met during lunch just to talk about family issues. And then as that group developed, they realized that there were unique needs, and there were also some more severe needs that were related to relationships in our community. And it was just this small group of women that were able to work with our first few clients, spread the word about the organization, and in my opinion, it's a very special
20 years is a long time. I mean, if you think about it, 1989. Today we have the internet, we have email, we have so many ways of staying connected, but in those days it was very difficult, I imagine. And for those that don't have internet access or can't get to a computer, you also have a helpline. What happens when someone calls the helpline? What can they expect?
When someone calls the helpline, you'll immediately talk to a very, very experienced ASHA employee. During that, basically, it'll be an intake call where the person on the other end of the phone will go through the who, what, when, wheres of their situation. Now, we get a spectrum of phone calls. We get cases where someone is inquiring whether their situation is a domestic violence situation, and there are all different types of abuse that are encompassed within that, and there can be confusion about that sometimes.
It's not just physical abuse, it could be verbal abuse, mental abuse, emotional abuse.
Economic abuse, a lot of times immigration status for a lot of our clients is used as a way of oppressing the person. So it can run from a question like that all the way to a situation where it's very clear that it is an emergent situation where it's in their best interest for them to call 911 immediately. In those situations, because we cannot provide that sort of support, we urge them to call 911. But that said, in the calls that fall sort of within that spectrum, we basically are looking for cues on what their special needs might be, and then based on that we pair them with a client advocate.
What would you like to say to anyone that might be watching? What advice would you give to someone that might be watching that either is a victim or knows a victim or would like to help? And what would you say to them?
I would like to say that for any women out there right now who is watching this and is either in an intimate partner abusive relationship or someone who knows someone who might be, learn more, make yourself feel safer. No one deserves to live in a home where they don't feel safe. There are resources out there, and ASHA for Women is here to help.
Well, you certainly are serving a very noble cause. And for the rest of you that are interested in looking up ASHA for Women, please go to their website. They have a lot of good information there, including information about tonight's gala event and the 20-minute documentary film. And I congratulate you on your 20 years of success in the Washington, D.C. area.
Well, thank you for having me and for giving us an opportunity to talk about our organization.